Well, good morning. We're going to do something very interesting today. We're going to take the train to a race, which is not something I can often do. So we're going to take the Go Transit here, go straight to the race. If you listen, you can already hear race cars at 9:30 in the morning. Welcome to Exhibition Station in Toronto at the exhibition grounds here. We're heading into the Toronto IndyCar race, the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy of Toronto. Hopefully you can hear me. I forgot my good microphone, so I'm just relying on the mic and the Osmo. So normally I'm at races as a videographer, right? Like filming, making content with brands and drivers. Like you just watched the vlog of the CTMP from last week. You know, that's what I'm normally doing. But here today, I'm kind of just here hanging out, making some content for you guys, doing a little bit of vlogging, showing some behind the scenes. First things first, I have to go pick up my pass from the race organizers so I can get into some more of the behind the scenes areas. So that's first up. I think we have to go through a little bag check here first, and then get inside the Indycar Center. Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome.
Have a good day. Should I give you a hug over the desk, or should I come around?
Yeah, I'll come around.
Okay. Hi, buddy. How are you?
Did you film this hug?
I did. It's right
I'm
here.
all content?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, this guy is like, oh Jesus, it's like Secret Service.
Yeah.
I just went to see my buddy Christian there. He works actually for the race organizer. I haven't seen him in a long time, so I went to his wedding last year, and that was the last time I saw him. So I figured we'd say, hey, now we're gonna wander around the paddock area for a bit. So this is just outside the paddock, still in the fan zone area, but inside the beautifully air-conditioned Indycar Center. So like I said, it's very unique with the way this setup works here. We're inside the giant convention center building, and all the IndyCar trucks are right over here. Now there are a few paddocks for the support series outside. We'll go see those after, but we'll start by checking out the Indycar paddock here. But I see behind me a huge Ontario Honda dealers setup. They have a massive activation here because today, Fan Friday is free due to a partnership between Ontario Honda dealers and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So like I said, it's free. We make a voluntary donation to Make-A-Wish. If you can't give anything, you don't have to. It's completely voluntary. You can give $5, $1, $10, $100, whatever you want to donate to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and it's all in partnership with the Honda Dealers of Ontario. And it's the Ontario Honda Dealers Toronto Indy. So that's awesome to see an initiative like that, with helping with charity, and also helping everyone to come to this event today completely for free. So we're gonna wander into the IndyCar paddock now and see who I know, see who I run into. Just about got run into by tires there. Like I should know better. So you see the McLaren IndyCar team there behind me. They obviously have a lot of fans here. You're going to see a lot of people wearing McLaren merch because, of course, they do have an F1 team, so they're world famous for their F1 team. And it's cool that there's an IndyCar team that people can come here and cheer for as well. You can take the McLaren fandom to all different championships. They're also in sports car racing. They race all over the world. We've got Ed Carpenter Racing here. Big bright lights on over there. Right here we got Prema moving their car in. Prema, new IndyCar team for this year. If you've been following IndyCar, you know Robert Schwartzman actually sat on the pole for the Indy 500 this year in this car right here, the number 83. And amazing for a rookie driver and a brand new IndyCar team to be on pole for the Indy 500. So we'll see how they do this weekend here in Toronto. There's Callum Ilott over there having a little chit chat with somebody from the team. He's the driver of their other car. Let's keep wandering around for a bit here. What else have we got? This is actually where the Prema cars are set up to be worked on. Really cool paddock setups here in IndyCar. Similar to what we have in sports car racing, like what I'm used to. We have like the big, nice wall boards and stuff, and everything set up. So kind of like what you'd see in like an F1 garage area, but it's just kind of set up here in the paddock. It's cool seeing the setup here in IndyCar. It's like the very sort of American type setup. Like obviously Prema, being a team that has, you know, presence racing in Europe and stuff and all that, they've got their big like wall boards and all that. But here at Andretti, they just got the scales out, everything kind of chilling in the same way that normally at a regular racetrack, if there's no garages, this would all be tents. The teams would set tents up, and that's how they would work in the paddock. You just have like, not easy ups, but like tents that actually attach onto the trucks and to make this sort of like tent city. You might have seen it like IMSA vlogs and stuff, but that's how they do it. But in here, there's no need to set that up, so it makes it a lot easier for everyone to just sort of have a covered area if it rains. It's really cool. Let's go see what else we got. Oh, we got AJ Foyt Racing over here. Let's spin this around. Even letting the little guy help with the tire. It's amazing. So very cool. This is David Malukas' car, and then Santino Ferrucci's car over there. And then kind of in the back over here, they've got a big hospitality area set up with some tables and stuff, so the crew can have lunch there. They'll bring catering in. I love seeing how the logistics of everything works. It's very cool.
Now we've got the big heavy hitters, Chip Ganassi Racing. Unfortunately, no cars here right now, but yeah, they've won a lot of races this year.
Alex Palou on an absolute tear. He's won almost every race, I think, so we've got a lot of cars all lined up now. Scott McLaughlin's car, the 3-time V8 Supercars champion. You can always see these McLaren guys from a mile away with these outfits. Looks like we're doing some sort of fan event over here at Ed Carpenter Racing. We got the drivers out, chatting with some fans, saying hey.
Look at these shirts the Ray Hall guys have. It looks like he's wearing a high-vis vest. That's amazing. That is a sponsorship activation. United Rentals. Look at these shirts. Unreal.
One thing I've just noticed is that it's really weird to like be at a race for me and not have like a bunch of things in my head, like client work I have to get done today and go run around and do. I'm just here making cool content for you guys. It's nice. It's really refreshing, actually. I was wondering if I was going to feel weird being here, but it's weirdly liberating.
What's going on, brother? I haven't seen you in so
You
long.
good? I know,
It's
yeah.
been great, man.
I've been following you on the social.
Oh, yeah?
Good.
Always great to catch up with Ryan Briscoe, man. Aussies, they're always in amongst the paddock here in these American championships. But Ryan and I worked together back in 2022 when I worked for Dalton Kellett. And I was doing some video for him on the IndyCar Tour. Ryan was actually coaching him. So we had to hang out quite a bit. Awesome guy. Aussies, never met a bad Aussie. They're always fantastic. He lives in the US now, but he's still an Aussie at heart, obviously. So you never lose that. But, let's go wandering around a little bit more and see what we can find. I'm in the Honda activation now. Just to say, it's pretty cool. They got simulators, they've got cars you can check out, all kinds of little giveaways and stuff for the family. Simulators are very popular. I moved into this other big room next to the paddock, which is over there, and there's a big autograph session going on, and it's completely free. So everyone's in line here to get autographs from all of the IndyCar drivers. They're set up at these big tables down here. They have their stuff ready to get signed. It's a 1-hour autograph session. Like I said, completely free. You don't have to pay anything extra. So you come today on Fan Friday and even get a bunch of driver autographs, which is really cool. I just can't get over the accessibility. It's amazing how you can come here and just get drivers' autographs. Like, you can get an autograph from every competitor. It's incredible. Like, what other sporting event can you really do that that's at this high of a level where there's still this much access for regular fans? It's awesome. Now I'm making a massive mistake and I'm at the merchandise stands, which is never a good idea because I usually end up buying a bunch of stuff. Like when I was at Bathurst last year for the 12-hour, I purposely never went to any of the merch spots because I knew if I did, I was gonna just destroy my bank account buying model supercars. So I just didn't do it. I just stopped myself, but I'm looking at the merch over here now. We got all kinds of different stuff. Die-cast, shirts, everything. So charged all my equipment in the media room. I'm doing my best to stay away from these merchandise stands. And then I'm going to head over to the support paddock and see if I can find some of my friends over there and say hey to people and show you guys some of that. All right, so we're over in the Radical Cup paddock now. If you're not familiar with the Radical, it's kind of like a tiny prototype car if you've watched IMSA or stuff like that. It's like kind of an entry-level like downforce car, meaning it has high downforce. So you can see behind me there, you kind of sit, it's an open cockpit type thing. They make them in the UK actually. And they race Radicals all over the world. And we have a championship here in Canada called the M-Zone Radical Cup. And they get to be part of this weekend here, which is a huge deal for these, younger drivers. These drivers are just starting out, that they're doing their sort of regional radical racing, but they get to be part of a massive event. So people who come out to see the IndyCar also get to see them, and the sponsors and the brands, everyone that comes out. It's huge exposure for them. It's massive. So it's awesome to see regional championships get support slots at these events. We've also got the Miata Cup over there. So actually like Mazda Miata racing, which if you've ever seen the MX-5 Cup in IMSA, it's some of the best racing in the world. I honestly believe that like Miatas at the lowest level is some of the purest motorsport you will ever experience. It is absolutely incredible. It is so much fun to watch. Got Ricky Bobby walking around over there. Nice to make an appearance. It was his birthday yesterday, actually. 54 years young. Shake and bake. There's all kinds of activations out here in this part of the outdoor area. There's actually a general admission viewing area over there. And then there's we've got Ontario Tennis Association here with this thing where you can test your serve. We got the Ontario Police, the Toronto Police here with an activation about highway safety. We got fire trucks here. I love a good fire truck. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me to the local fire department, and they would show me the trucks all the time and let me sit in them. I loved that when I was a kid. Construction stuff too. I was big on a digger. Loved that. My dad would take me to construction sites just so I could stand there and watch. But all kinds of cool stuff going on here. This is BMO Field right there, which is where Toronto FC of the MLS and the Toronto Argonauts play their games. I've been to a lot of games there, shot games actually here, which is awesome. It's a really nice, beautiful stadium down here on the lakeshore, and actually just over the road there, and it's closed for the racetrack, so the backstretch really, Lakeshore Boulevard, that's all Lake Ontario. So you got a nice breeze coming off the lake. The weather is beautiful today. The humidity finally broke. It was so hot last week at CTMP, so nice to have nice, cool weather here. It's awesome. Stopped to put my sunscreen on, and I've also got a nice hat to protect my head from the sun. And of course, my hat's from LockedDownBrand.com, and it's this beautiful mint color. And if you want to get one of these, you can use my code MARK10 at LockedDownBrand.com and get 10% off, and I get a small commission. I get $4 if you buy a hat. And I use that $4 to buy really dumb stuff. So if you want to help me buy dumb stuff like model cars at the merchandise thing, get yourself a very nice hat. These are great. Icon LD snapback, watered beads right off of them, so they're great to wear in the rain. They're fantastic. They're battle tested. I wear them at the racetrack all the time. And even if I wasn't partnered with them, I would absolutely wear these because they are honestly the best hats I have ever worn. They have a lot of other stuff too. They got hoodies and puffer jackets, t-shirts and all that. So check out LockedDownBrand.com and use my code MARK10 for 10% off your entire purchase. Got more free samples over here. It's crazy. There's so many people walking around because it's Free Fan Friday. And honestly, these street circuits just give me sort of give me this, I almost ran into someone there, give me this festival vibe, It's like a cool event in downtown that just happens to be a race. And you can come hang out with your friends and watch cool car racing. Speaking of car racing, we're not that far away from IndyCar Free Practice 1. That's the big ticket item of today. So even if you come just for today, on Free Fan Friday, you're going to get to see some Indy cars on track later in the afternoon. Random. I mean, not bad. Stand right here. We hear IndyCar engines, which means IndyCar Practice has already started. I'm running a little bit late, but I'm going to head into the pit lane and check things out. I will say, the pit lane is not included in the Free Fan Friday and regular ticket. You have to find other paths to get into the pit lane, but I'm going to go in and check it out and see what's up. Oh my God, there he is. Look at him. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you. I love the Firehawk. I'd love to see him fight the Michelin Man. Let me know in the comments who you think would win that fight. The Bendham or the Firehawk? The IndyCar pits are always interesting to me because the teams have such a small footprint. They really don't have much stuff. They just have one little toolbox thing and then maybe a timing stand. And that's really it. It's kind of cool how little stuff they actually need to run the cars during the race. car is. There's just like those pieces just chilling here in the pit lane. Like they're not worried about anyone touching them or anything. They're not kept under lock and key. You know, it's cool. One thing I'm noticing as I walk around that's really cool is I'm hearing a lot of different accents. I'm hearing people speak a lot of different languages. So there's clearly IndyCar fans here from many different parts of the world and from many different backgrounds, which is awesome. I remember I was here a few years ago and a whole bunch of fans came from Mexico to see Paddock Award because they really wanted to go to an IndyCar race. So they just decided, hey, let's make a trip of it. And they all flew up and they spent the week in Toronto and they hung out and they were getting after it. We used to have a NASCAR race as a support here, and they were going to the NASCAR like autograph session and meeting the drivers. They were making a time, you know, having such a great time. That's what I love about this event. Like, it's so welcoming. People can come out here. It's a great city. You're in downtown Toronto. You're, you know, steps away from Liberty Village. We can go get some food. You can hop on the GO train, one stop down to Union Station. And like I am tonight, I'm going to the Blue Jays game downtown. You just go to the baseball game tonight. There's a Wiz Khalifa concert at Budweiser Stage over there tonight. There's always something going on in the city, and that's why it's so cool to have these street course races. People love to complain about them on the internet, but the people complaining about them are the ones that don't go to them, right? They're just like, we need less street courses and more natural circuits. I love natural circuits too. However, street courses provide so much more for sponsors and for the people in attendance. Sometimes I'll say the elephant in the room is that the sight lines aren't that great if you're here as a fan, right? I totally get that. Sometimes it's not as good as sitting in on the mound at Mid-Ohio or sitting on the mounds at Indianapolis and seeing more of the racetrack. But what it offers you is that festival atmosphere, a great place for brands to come and activate and, give out free stuff and all kinds of things, right? You reach more people, you're right downtown. People don't have to get in a car and drive an hour out of the city to go to a race. They just get on the train and come downtown, get on the bus and come downtown. They can walk here from Liberty Village, right? It's just an awesome event. And that's why I love street courses so much. Like I love Long Beach, I love St. Pete. A lot of the street courses I've been to have just been some of the coolest events ever. Checkered flag of the IndyCar practice. The teams are headed back to the paddock now, and I'm going to head to the train station because I'm going to meet some friends downtown to go to the Toronto Blue Jays game. I haven't been to a Blue Jays game in forever, so it'd be really cool to go to the baseball. As much as I'm a motorsports guy, I do like other sports as well. So you go see a baseball game for the first time in a long time. But thanks so much for watching, everyone. A little bit different, a little bit departure from what I do, but let me know in the comments below what you liked, what you didn't like. If you want to see more stuff like this, feedback is always fantastic. So let me know, even if you hated it or you think I'm dumb, go for it. Leave a comment. I don't care. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.